Welcome back, YouTube. It is the Flame in the game. That's right, it's Brian with Phoenix Fire Gaming, and today, the start of Ace Combat 7. The opening and first couple of missions. I will go through everything as it comes up, but until then, let's just enjoy what happens. As always, click that like button, and if you haven't already, click the subscribe button so that way you get information when I'm putting out new videos. For right now, though, no further ado, let's jump right into the campaign. For right now, I just want to see the story, so we're going to put it on easy. So what's the difference between easy and casual easy? We'll throw it on normal. I mean, if it's only going to reduce the amount of damage I get from contact with the ground, I'm not going to crash into the ground, so we'll put it on normal.
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful. Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up. Then I saw Osia's fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Crap. You should have put in my best with this piece of junk. Should have built a return too.
Well, damn.
Is everyone here? Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Usea as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Usian ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead. What? How is that possible?
The tank farm to the north has been bombed!
Many injured.
Scramble! All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base! This is not a drill!
Alright, so at the start of every mission, you will have those mission briefings. They'll go ahead and give you a setup. They'll explain everything of your mission. So if you want, you can rewatch the mission again, but mainly there's you, there's your group, and that's your target. Alright, so let's see here. We got the F4 and the F-16. We got air-to-air combat, so we will go with the F-16. Random missiles. Alright.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron.
Now there are multiple views that you can see from. Honestly, I fight from the cockpit. Now that's the main view. If you push in the right thumbstick, you can change the view. So this is where I fight from.
It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Hear that? Column Squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and form up with Mage 1. Mage 2 altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Going for understood.
This is the AWACS Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Wilco. Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with
Now
me
if you hold down the missile button, you could actually follow it.
You gotta keep an eye out for enemy bombers.
That's that one
Enemy bomber
down.
confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2. Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy.
Alright, so you hit the touchpad to go ahead and expand your
There it
radar.
is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken.
Now I will switch missiles. You do that by hitting square. I now have my longer range missiles and I can fire at multiple targets.
Harbor fuel storage is intact. It's asking for another round. All escorts form up for another attack. Point is 835.
It didn't connect. Watch out for the support aircraft.
This is Mike 1. Let's fight. Abandoning aircraft.
Enemy support eliminated. This should make the job easier. Destroy the target. Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2. Mage 2, target's in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet. Trigger, don't forget your special weapon.
Mage 2, locked.
That's it. It's great when it's simple.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece. Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Oh, there, Trigger, settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Wilco. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
I'm killing this shit.
They took a bite out of me. Breaking.
Golem, Mage, 2 new enemy crews.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify. Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass. UAVs. I can't tell them apart.
Evade that missile.
Locked.
Harbor facilities and carrier destroyed. Combat mission accomplished. We've still got half our baggage. Emptying of our hangars and runways. Let's fight! Breaking!
Don't let them destroy the harbor! Where the hell are our fighters? The harbor is under heavy fire!
Fox 2, Fox 2.
I'm glued to this one.
Mage 2's bandit confirmed down.
They can burn with their whole payload.
Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
Ammunition 0. Ammunition 0.
Fox 2.
Golem 2, Fox 2.
Now just the bombers.
Target is down. One remaining.
Mage 2, keep your focus. You got this.
To Golem and Mage, job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Good going, Mage 2. Flight Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Caution.
Golem Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Golem 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
I am Princess Rosa Cassette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Citizens of Erusia.
What is that all about? Alright, so after every mission, you get a chance to watch it in kind of a theatrical mode. You can watch your whole gameplay.
The situation is tight.
For right now, we're going to skip that. And then your debriefing.
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
Okay, so after these, you get your debriefing, and then you'll get to watch an accelerated version of this. You could actually move it up faster if you want. Just by doing R1. At the end, you will get a rank. Or you can just hit X to skip it, which I got rank A. The highest rank you can get is an S. The only way I could have done better on that was if I would have done it faster. I did try to do it as fast as I could, but yeah. Anyway, 59,000 total rewards. Let's see here. The time bonus, destruction bonus, no damage bonus, and the first time completion bonus. So 59,371. Those points are what allow you to unlock stuff. The aircraft tree has been unlocked. Okay, so this is the aircraft tree I was telling you about. So, go to the next mission.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on, I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Usea, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Usea, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Usian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Usea was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Usians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usea, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
I'm Princess Rosa Cassette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Today, Osean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Erusians. Their attacks practically leveled the school I went to. It is heartbreaking.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia on the opposite side of the Yuzian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out and set the dogs on me.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Yuzian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Alright, so our mission, go ahead and destroy ground forces, and if air support arrives, take out the air support. Well, let's see what we got for ground. Radar, and an AA gun, radar and APC, radars, 3 more APC, AA gun, and radar. Okay, so the radar vehicles, the AA guns, and the APCs be taken out with missiles. So I'm not worried about having ground missiles. I can just use regular missiles for those. So I am going to prep with some air-to-air combat just in case we get a nasty surprise. Alright, so the aircraft tree, like I said before, points awarded depending on your performance in missions and matches. They can be exchanged for new aircraft, special weaponry, and upgrade parts on the aircraft tree. You receive them in campaign mode for each mission you complete and in multiplayer mode for each match you play. The better your performance, determined by your completion time, number of kills, etc., the more points you can obtain. Use MRP in the aircraft tree to obtain more powerful aircraft, weaponry, and upgrade parts, giving you more of a fighting chance in the air. Items on the aircraft tree are connected by lines. To unlock an item, you usually need to unlock the item before it on the same line. So you can't, like, go to the final jet and unlock that. No. You gotta unlock stuff on the way. Some items, however, require you to meet certain conditions before you can gain access to them. When you acquire a new aircraft, you'll be automatically given a special weapon, but the remaining 2 need to be purchased with the MRP. Spend your MRP wisely, as you cannot dispose of any aircraft, weaponry, or upgrade parts once you have obtained them, and spent MRP cannot be refunded. Some aircraft and special weaponry are better suited to anti-air combat, others to anti-surface combat. The key to a successful mission lies in choosing the appropriate setup. Aircraft types. This is what I was talking about before with the monikers. Fighters are F, like F-14s, F-35s, F-16s. Multi-roles are usually given an M, and attackers are A's. If they are a future kind of hybrid, or sorry, not hybrid. If they are a future type that has not been done yet, those are given X. Those are the prototypes. They've been thought up, but they haven't been made yet, so they're called X's. Special weapon types, air-to-air, air-to-surface, and other, possess characteristics that belong to neither of the above categories. Parameters, these are self-explanatory. Speed is how fast you go, mobility is how well you're able to move, stability is how reliable the aircraft is, air-to-air is for air, air-to-surface is for ground, and defense refers to how much health you have. Cost, aircraft special weaponry and upgrade parts have varying costs that only apply in multiplayer mode. Some rooms in multiplayer mode will feature cost restrictions, requiring an aircraft below a certain cost for players to join. So there's the F2, the F-14, the Mirage 2000, that's an M class, and the MiG-29. And we have something locked. Something is locked. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and get both of these. Alright. Oops. Sorry, my bad. Alright. So let's zoom out here. What do we got here? Where's my favorite jets? Let's see at the end. Because it looks like there's a path you have to take. So let's see here. F-22s and Su-57. Oh wait, I think I see it. Yep, there it is. There's my baby. Su-47. Okay. Do we have anything up here in the F categories here? F-35, YF-23, Black Widow. That's an early jet. And F-22. Okay, so let's go for the Su-47. So following that line down here, up here, down here. Okay, so looks like the next jet we will be getting is the MiG, which is, I'll be able to get that the next mission, after the next mission. We do have a lock here, unlocked when you achieve the rank of Airman First Class. So we will check that out when I get that rank. Alright, so I'm still going to take my F-16. Alright, so these are the parts. Light Blisk enhances acceleration, so why not equip it? And here we go for the second mission.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
now, Trigger. The war has officially begun. Target destroyed.
The anti-air radar vehicle has been destroyed! They're going for the radar car!
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle!
They've got their anti-air guns aimed right at us.
Air raid! Being attacked by enemy aircraft!
Target.
Requesting permission to move the vehicle! We can't wait any longer! We need interceptors now! We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Wilco, here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
2 targets remaining.
That radar was just about to go online. We pushed the plan forward too fast. The base was too far from Allied territory. Bandit on your 6. Evading enemy missile.
Target was not struck.
Flying to the clouds.
There's 6 enemies. Some are really good.
Golem 2, Fox 2.
Trigger, there's one more to go. Attack missed. Blake, do it!
I missed something.
Fire anti-air gun! Now! Breaking hostile lock.
Page 2. Target destroyed. Fox 3. Careful, the enemy has a lock.
Fox 2.
Page 2. Locked.
Missile incoming. Blake. I've maneuvered behind the enemy. APCs have nowhere to hide. Enemy on your rear.
Let's see anything. Oh, yeah.
You're almost out of special weaponry.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lockout to their targets, too.
Golem 1, enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now. I'm taking fire. Still fully capable. Wait, so you want us to take down the enemy without damaging any public facilities? That's gonna be a circus. Mage 2, they have a lock on you.
No, they don't.
Page 2. Locking.
It's a counterattack. I've maneuvered behind the enemy.
Fox 2. Fox 2.
All right, clean up that last radar vehicle. There's nothing in your way now.
Vehicle down.
Good work, Trigger. The enemy's a lovely pile of scrap.
Target eliminated.
Move the enemy aircraft away from the base.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work.
Oh, to see the Erusians' faces now.
Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
Column 2, you can't go after every target. No, they're not linked to the radar vehicle. Launch manually. Redo the setup.
Here's some feedback from those reform merchants. Write your manuals in a language we can understand. Launch preparations complete. Bolts are free. Whenever you're ready.
Stand clear, 15 meters. UAVs ready to launch. Away.
Oh, we got UAVs.
What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogies on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're cleared to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drunk. Fired. Well spotted, clown. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them.
Working on it.
HQ, this is Column 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Shit. I got an enemy in front of me and
Column
behind
1,
me.
that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy
One.
fighters and get out.
It doesn't matter.
He's saying the war can change in an instant. Get over it.
Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning.
Missile.
H2, missile inbound!
Missile.
Fox 2, Fox 2!
Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah.
Column Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
There's a bar I want to try.
You're doing good. Just 2 more.
On target 6. That's a miss.
Feels like I'm riding a roller coaster up here.
Crap. The aircraft is icing up. I'm getting a warning.
Get out of the clouds, the ice will melt.
One more to go.
Let's get through this without any casualties.
Come on.
Don't ice up in there.
Oh shit.
Mage 2 is in the clouds.
What the? Where'd he go?
Come on, come on, come on.
You're running out of missiles.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
Alright, so how did we do?
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours.
Dang, I didn't get that C-17 before it switched over on the mission, so probably a B. No, I got an A. I still got an A. Okay. You should definitely hit targets first if you can. I didn't know that it was going to cut off like that. I thought I had to finish the target, so I saved them for last, but you want to hit the targets. They're worth more points. So you get a higher ranking, which means you get more points to spend in the store. So, yeah. Alright, so let's check out the next mission and see what they want.
The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier Kestrel II was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel II is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Gray's Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Osean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenal Birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 F-16s and 3 FEs, F-4Es. So, not too bad. Definitely an aerial dogfight. Alright, now I'm not going to start that mission until the next video, but I do want to at least get my new jet. We're going with the MiG-29. Get the spec missiles. There's ground. And there's my air missiles, baby. Yes. And we do have the high power air-to-air missiles as well. They hit hard, but they have almost, like, really, it's just, I don't like them. Well, let's go ahead and get the upgrades while we're at it. Might as well. Alright, roll stability. Cha-ching. Alright, and while we can, go either way here. The SU-33. And that has... I don't know which one I'm going to take. Well, I will buy both. And we will cross that bridge when I get to it. I'm thinking probably the MiG-31B is what I'm going to grab. Alright, so we will start the next video right where we're leaving off here, Mission 3, and we'll go from there. Thank you for joining me today, and again, please click that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I look forward to hearing from you again.